Hey, Shalom. First of all, to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Kwakadash, Yahweh who the workingly calls God, Yahweh Shai who the workingly calls Jesus. So when they give it up honor to the apostles of Great Millstone, who are some of this truth, when they give peace and blessings to the Akim, across the four corners of the earth who teaches truth and rest the light to do so. It's going to be a quick video. It's a lot. Hey, Lord, one of the videos edifying. Lord, I can get something from this video. Quick video, man, through the Spirit. Grab a couple precepts here. And whatever precepts come to mind, I'll grab it as well. But I saw a video clip earlier about basically, the dollar collapsing, right? And the guy was like, oh, what's going to happen is the same thing that happened to Venezuela. You know what I mean? And, the Venezuela, it was famine. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't do shit with the money. They were making like toys and shit and jewelry and all kind of shit out the money. You know what I'm saying? Because they went through basically a collapse. And what's happening is America is getting ready to experience that on a whole different level. See, like he was saying, like it's been a depression. It's been a recession. It's been all that, but America ain't never seen a great collapse in a dollar. You know what I'm saying? Where the dollar's not going to be really worth anything. You know what I'm saying? And I was looking up today. I think what is this? $526 million that's printed. I think it's 526 or 523. One of them two numbers, or 524. But anyway, $520 something million printed every day. You know what I mean? So this place is in heavy debt, man. Okay. Matter of fact, let's grab that scripture. Talk about that thick clay, right? Thick clay. Right, Habakkuk 2. And let me see if I could. I'll start at 1. It says Habakkuk 2 and 1. It says, I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower and will watch to see what he will say unto me. And I shall answer when I am reproved. And the Lord Yahweh answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. Now, the job of a prophet is to stand on the watch, right? The job of a prophet is to prophesy. Who does the Lord speak to? The Lord speaks to his prophets, okay? Matter of fact, let's just grab that real quick and then we'll jump back. Second Ezra 15. And 1, it says, behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord. See, the Lord puts the words of prophecy in his men's mouth, okay, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. Fear not the imaginations against thee, let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee, for all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. So just like in the days of Noah, right, you had people marrying, drinking, giving into marriage, right, all that, right, and then the flood came, okay. But what was happening, the warning had went out first, okay? But hey, nobody took heed to the warning, just like the warning's going out now, and no one's taking heed to the warning, but the elect and the 1/3. So when that time come, and this mighty nation that you believe in comes to naught, then you're going to be fucked, right? This is Isaiah 30 and 1. It says, woe to the rebellious children, said the Lord Yahweh, that take counsel, but not of me, because Jacob is taking counsel of the world. Jacob is taking counsel of things here because that's where his mind is at, right? His mind is single towards the world, you know what I'm saying? And it's not on the Lord. It's not on where the kingdom where Jacob actually rule. It's on here because what? Jacob ain't got no faith. That's why scriptures say all unfaithful should die in unfaithfulness. Jacob ain't got no faith, man. Most of Jake ain't come on, man. Even Jake that know, because a lot of Jakes starting to realize and it's starting to click that they're Israelites, but yeah, they want to be Israelites but have dreads and get lineups, and they want to be a halfway Israelite. You're Israelite by blood, but you can't. It's a specific way you have to serve the Lord. You can't serve the Lord the way you want to serve the Lord. Okay, it says, "Woe to the rebellious children," said the Lord Yahweh, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin, that walk to go down into Egypt and have and have not asked at my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. Now, the modern day Egypt is America. Okay, it says, therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion. So this is that modern day Egypt, man. Read that in Deuteronomy 28 and 60. You know what I'm saying? We came over here on boats. Okay? Isaiah 31 and 1, it says, woe unto them that go down to Egypt for help, and stay on horses and trust in chariots, because there are many, and in horsemen, because they are very strong. But they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek the Lord Yahweh yet, because they don't have any faith. They don't want to know the truth. You know what I'm saying? You know, you got a lot of jake that, oh, nah, man, you know, it's too hard. Man, I can't do this. I can't do that. I got to cut this off, cut that off, cut that off. But, you know, you cutting off all the bad things so you could have a chance to salvation. And really the Lord, you know what I'm saying, anything the Lord have you, the Lord, you know, like the law is good for you. It's not grievous. It's not like, I hate to say cheat code to life, but for lack of better words, it's like a cheat code to life. You know what I'm saying? It's how you're supposed to live, and it's what made us separate from the nations. The nations ain't got the law. You know what I'm saying? They're lawless. Look how they live now, and they're in power. You know what I'm saying? They don't have no righteousness about themselves, man. It's Habakkuk 2 and 1. It says, I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. For the Lord Yahweh answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie, though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. And shit, the end of this current rulership is near. Just like when you read in Numbers, Balaam and Balak, he was like, man, I told you. I think it was Balaam sending Balak, or Balak sending Balaam. I get it mixed up. He's like, man, you know what's going to happen at the latter end, man? Basically, the Israelites are going to have these nations in captivity. You know what I'm saying? Because when you go to Deuteronomy 28 and 1, right, that was a blessing. You know what I'm saying? To have these nations in subjection under us. You know, being an Israelite, you get these other nations in subjection or as servants. That's a byproduct of being an Israelite. You know what I'm saying? You can read that in Isaiah. We're really in the law. Or Naslaki, I'm tripping. In Deuteronomy 28, you can read that in Isaiah the 2nd chapter, Isaiah the 60th chapter. You know what I'm saying? When the Lord beautifies Israel again, these other nations ain't going to have nearly as close as much power as we got. And the same law that's going to be written in us that we practice now, the same law they're going to have to practice in the kingdom. And if they don't keep it, it's going to be a whole lot of ass kicking. Okay, 2, it says, and the Lord Yahweh answered me and said, oh, it's like it. Let me jump down. 4, it says, behold, his soul which is lifted up his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by faith. Yeah, also because he transgresseth by wine, he's a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlarges his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth to him all people. And this is the so-called white man. You know what I'm saying? When you go to Wisdom of Solomon, the 2nd chapter, it gives you the whole breakdown of the mental, the mind of the elites, the heathen elites of this world, man. You got kill snakes. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say his name like that. You know, you got kill snakes. You know what I'm saying? That want everybody maxed. You know what I'm saying? But yet said that he wants to depopulate. He wants basically he want to get people going for population purposes. He want to depopulate, basically. You know what I'm saying? So, and this motherfucker on land, he's a geek. You know what I'm saying? So it just goes to show you, man, you know, that's a real demon, man. You look at him, it's a real demon. He don't fear the Lord, man. He don't care. That's a real Edomite, man. That's a real mischievous, devilish bastard, man. Okay? Real talk. And these nations they coming, man. Okay. 6, it says, shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is woe to him that increaseth that which is not his. How long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay. Let's get Habakkuk 2 and 6. Habakkuk 2, verse 6. Let's get that word for clay. Thick clay. What did it say, man? Right here.
Strong's H, 5671, Avteet. Avteet.
Abteet. Okay, hopefully bros were able to hear that. But the definition says weight of pleasures, heavy depths. Okay, man. You know what I'm saying? America got a lot of debt. You know what I'm saying? I was doing a little research today earlier, and I just, asked, how much money is printed every day, and I think it's either like 524 or 526 $1 million is printed every day. So, man, this shit go to show you, man. Look, hey, you know what I'm saying? You trusting in this nation, you trusting, you know what I'm saying? Basically Pharaoh and Egypt, man, it's gonna lead to your demise. It's gonna lead to your confusion. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna fuck you up, okay? Because the truth is out here, okay? It says, let me see if there's more on this. Yeah, that's pretty much it on that. I could keep going, but I'll get that in another video. Yeah, that's pretty much it on that, man. Okay. Let me grab what I had in the beginning, and I'll close it out. This is Baruch 2 and 30. It says, for I know that they will not hear me because of the stiff-necked people, but in the land of their captivities, they shall remember themselves. And, America is one of the land of our captivities, you know what I'm saying? And we are remembering ourselves, and wherever Jake is at, you know what I'm saying? Because Jake is at the four corners of the earth, right? The Lord put the spirit on us to remember ourselves. That's why you have a camp in, obviously, all throughout America, but in Canada, you know what I'm saying, in Europe, on the islands, things of that nature, you know what I'm saying? So this word is ubiquitous, man. It's everywhere like broken glass, you know what I'm saying? It's everywhere like air, I should say. I should say broken glass, but it's everywhere, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's too big to ignore. You know what I'm saying? And if you get it, you get it. If you don't, you know what I'm saying? And the Lord don't want you to get it, then you just not. Because remember, 2/3 prophecy is the 1/3, and the elect will be delivered. You know what I'm saying? Which the elect is a part of the 1/3. You know what I'm saying? The 2/3 of Israel, you know what I'm saying, will be destroyed. And if you look at how 2/3 move, you see why. You see why. Them niggas is gone, man. No correction. They don't have ears for correction, man. They don't have the mind to be corrected. These niggas is highly emotional. These women is highly emotional, and just a lot of damage has been done to our people, And that's just, it is what it is. Okay, and we need the Lord. Once we are in rulership, man, we ain't got to worry about. Once we're changed or we're made new, we ain't got to worry about the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got to worry about the bullshit, man. You know what I'm saying? That these nations put us through what we've been through. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we're getting punished right now, but the Lord will have mercy on his men. Okay? Hey, so with that, man, Lord, videos edifying. Only I can got something from this video. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh. Bahashim Yahweh Shah, Bahashim Kakadash, until your brothers keep. Hey, Shalom. First of all, to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh.